and now conversation has started. And maybe so. Oh, you're Chelsea now. I want to ask you, is Cole Palmer beginning to get into the shout of the world best players, especially in this generation? Yeah, about Jude Bellingham, yeah, about Vinicius Jr., and Kofobo Lamine Yamal, and Kofobo Jamal Musiala, and Kofobo Florian Wirtz, and Kofobo all of these players, Erling Haaland. Maybe like this is a simple question before he will do more analysis improper. Cole Palmer, one of the world best players is here, like or your world great, and as Cole Palmer got into world class status, because Enra, Messi, DBA go for Cole Palmer, and all of those things. I've never given an ear to it, never. But until that third pen, see, the free kick Lumpo wasn't it for me. Free kick Lumpo, yes, was brilliant, but and yeah, one of my G2 Muse Cole Palmer is actually top class. The free kick was brilliant. Brilliant free kick. But for me, fourth goal, look at where Jadon Sancho picks the ball. Jadon pick the ball because Jadon pick the ball no Enzo Fernandez zone nti. Obi any olu Jadon zone. Now she be na Cole Palmer gina. Cole realizes that there is a space in there. Rush into the space, of course, excellent ball into the path of Cole Palmer by Jadon Sancho. But look at Cole Palmer. He could have gone for the far post, but then he power to the. That is clinical killer instinct. That is world class, in my opinion. World class. And maybe some even before we do yeah. It's Cole Palmer. As he got into the world class people, like Ballon d'Or shouts near the end. So with me continue analysis in Chelsea, but like is he getting there? And as I would see Enzo Maresca, so Maresca say, in terms of the calmness of a player who is calm, player like he gets successes, he's still normal, doesn't really rush this animal. He says that Cole Palmer is like that. So he'll just go and chew his chippy chips in the evening, like he said, and then go and sleep. No giddy beer. Wow, for me, I think that he is like he really is a top class, not talent again, top class player, and everything that he has been doing. And now let me read more analysis of how Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. See, I'm impressed. And now, just give no money Brighton, boy. I was so impressed. In fact, I was impressed to the extent that never be at Chelsea here, no, boss Madrid. And mommy starts my Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So I'm subscribing to channel now. Subscribe to channel and turn on notification. I'm sending about anytime we have content, we have drop really first to get to my catch. So Hansi, it's your best in post and pre-match tactical analysis for every game, for every team. No, I see on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. If you subscribe here, make sure they subscribe. Now I wanted to talk about the Chelsea conversation. Makane several times there. Abrana Enzo Maresca about Chelsea. Near maybe an answer that a year worried to a lot of Chelsea fans. They said, "You Chelsea manager like onim ball the ball as very good with it with ball no prep ball no panis animal like those things we've seen it before and classically it was another Italian which is Mauricio Sarri. And the thing is that so actually Italians only are very stubborn way of doing things no omunjai into Italian and having said or no or board the Italian Catanaccio way like Allegri. You can't change Allegri from that. You can't take that from Allegri and his teams. So Oshe Antonio Conte so born a three backer. Oye ni den three back na no bebo. And you remember famously Antonio Conte by Chelsea. Now in Kofaka oh the three back doesn't work in England or try four back. And before that he had come from the Eurozone or try four back now when and now goes to Arsenal. First up, you're trying 3-0. Brings on Gary Cahill, goes into a back three. And he never looked back. Because that's how Italian managers are. If you look at almost every Italian, including Roberto Roberto Di Matteo, no one Chelsea camp or by Robert J Champions League. No. Look at what Roberto Di Zerbi used to do at Brighton and Hove Albion. And Nyayehu and Mauricio Sarri bringing in Jorginho, playing the 4-3-3, but no physicality, no aggression, never went direct. It was essentially about constantly having the ball, passing to each other, and never mixing it up. I said, when Enzo Maresca was coming, a lot of people ask those questions. Say, can he be versatile? Can he be pragmatic? Can he? Obeti son in Sano Kakrana. Say teams be balance. Team no ever be aggressive. So no more be pressing. Can he change things? Can he force the issue? Sani man obeti yana. See, before I go on there, I'm run over the data. Now the data. Can you believe say Enra? Chelsea combining XG in Chelsea equity and XG. My character say XG. Expected goals. XG is the expected goals. The quality of chance that team may create in a game. Chelsea creating XG of 4.16. It is the highest in any English Premier League game this season. So far, 4.16 XG created for Chelsea and I'll tell you, we'll get into the details. It can be the Brighton highline, but also how the Chelsea creates that, how the Chelsea make use of, how the Chelsea try to exploit Sadio. 2, me checking highest XG, of course, in this season. So also the ball possession, but Chelsea are just 41% of ball possession. Brighton in 59% of ball possession. Brighton creating XG of just 1.11. Mind you, the 2 goals at Brighton chain were from a goalkeeping error. Of course, Chelsea share goals from Verbruggen, also goalkeeping errors. We'll talk about all of these things. Chelsea created 7 big chances in the game. So if Chelsea had performed well, had been more efficient, they would have been able to convert those 7. It's like Chelsea shared 7 goals. Also, how much with Brighton equity 3 big chances that were given. Total shoot Chelsea about 15, Brighton about 15. Goalkeeper saves Chelsea. Robert Sanchez saves 4. Verbruggen saves 2. Corner kicks 8 and 2. Oh, now, this is what I'm saying. Everybody that followed Enzo Maresca, Abrana Enzo Maresca about Chelsea, one of the biggest issues was that because Enzo Maresca epic the positional play or a stylistic combo 4-3-3, let this one invest, let's have the +1. You see, what coaches do is that say Okosia team or ye low block or ye aggressive to break down, then you play with the overloads. Now, when the best way to play against teams or ball with a high line is to be direct, is to go into the channels, is to go with pace, is to be very, very transitional with them. But still, the principle of ball possession in build-up doesn't change. The principle of the ball progression doesn't change. In having the ball, in breaking down the opponent's but it's about what you do quickly in creating chances and getting to the opponent's half and exploiting them. And that's what Enzo Maresca does. And my catch several times say, so what's Enzo Maresca pa? I say, game you be he has a different game plan. Okobo macho, different game plan. Or shout, style, team winning, style, this is how to break them down. Or you're specific to the opponent. And it helps. Now let's go back to the game. So Oshe and Chelsea plan. No one himself Brighton Bebo highlight. What's here Enzo Maresca after the game? Enzo Maresca said they were surprised by Brighton's press. And it's not Robert Sanchez again mistake. Now let me explain that to you. Obiani, especially in the pre-match analysis, me catch you here. So Brighton has a very, very high line, and they concede a lot of high quality chances. Now, one of the things that we weren't sure was how Brighton were going to press, because yes, you can press high, you can press aggressive, but maybe we'll line a bit very high with that. But if you want players will be anchor first line of pressing. Now, you know, you picture, and I'll show it again to you. It is a picture of Chelsea's first, Brighton's first line of press with almost 4 or 5 players aggressive. And according to Enzo Maresca, he didn't expect that. They surprised him with that. No one expected Brighton to be pressing with that number of players in the first phase. In the game, they started now. Brighton pushes our numbers forward. So aggressive, nipa be pressing. I say now, ni players need solutions because they didn't prepare for that. Now, what Enzo Maresca did to counter that, and say, 1, Malo Gusto, any Palmer, they were going to take turns. One of them will come central into the half space and build up consistently. Send it back. I said, first phase now. You have Kupama on the right, you have Enzo Fernandez on the left, so that Chelsea will build with overloading the right hand side, overloading the left hand side, and it could also be seen for Malo Gusto. Several times Gusto was also trying to invert on fifth one, and Kupama will drop deep. All the chances that Kupama creating the first one of ball into the part of Noni Madueke. Madueke did not square the ball. It was that from Kupama. And again, in the second half, Oyebie also dropping very deep to come and help him build up because now Brighton for no overload this area. No, about one touch pass into the part of Abante for Nicholas Jackson, who couldn't score. So everything was clear. I said, Chelsea had a plan to use side players with, and they surprised them. And it is the smartness of Enzo Maresca to know, say, one, and confronting ball with a high line. We don't necessarily have to hold on to the ball. We need to play quicker in between the lines, and ball quicker into the channels, near exploitation. So we take Kopama after the game. Kopama say, we have a very good coach. He gave us a very good plan in making sure that we play the quick one-time balls in behind. And the structure in which it's kind of exciting, because Shebedia Kopama will come and pick up the ball and play it in behind. Look at where Malo goes to come and pick it and play it in behind. I understand. In the beginning of the game, because the Brighton press needed too aggressivity, the Chelsea players were too focused on going into duels, going into battles. Levi Cole could not really break the lines. Now most of the times they're off the ball job and all here because now Brighton for a pressing and he was forced to shift a lot of the times. And Chelsea considered 2 goals from side press and side aggression. Of course, I think the first one is solely from the overzealous nature of our branch friend Robert Sanchez. But I don't want to give too much blame to him after saying that, when looking at that game. But again, you look at stuff like that. But once the game wore on, the game grew. Now players know and understand. Okay, now these are the solutions. I said we pass our zoom in, quick one time pass. You could tell. And for me, I think say a movie and review. What's your commentator in the game? Or say between Fabian Hezeler and Enzo Maresca, between them as Premier League coaches, this is just the 10th game. Between our coaches, no. Both of them are rookies, especially in the English Premier League. This is the second highest level, second year proper of Enzo Maresca in coaching. But I say, decisions keeps on being right, and he keeps on doing the right thing at the right time. And Macasseron, one of the things that Enzo Maresca as a manager is the fact that he, in the temperament as a person, a personality, he's honest, he's straightforward, and he believes in himself. And then not everything that Chelsea were doing that was good. I mean, of course, in the first half, not giving a pinting, the high line was there. But how to exploit the high line? Because Nipa no press so high. But press so high was also the players be play about them so that you don't overload, so you don't get options to pass on there. Who call longer than the centre back to be aggressive. Now if you were pinning, no creating constant pressure against you, press area. In the area, what do? You also say that okay, fine. Kopama as a right half space player as an number 10 on the right half side. Ombra deep and be picking ball. Ombe my option. Enzo Fernandez is my option. Could grab the Maresca say do embo double P water one fin one. Then in your ball will get option from the back. Say Enzo Fernandez in your ball. Kopama in your ball. It should be a quick pass. And one chan, pop. There he goes. And who say Enzo Fernandez first time Levi Cole finding in between the lines from deep. Or take it 10 now. Then he found Kopama. And then Kopama some first chance be now a copying post. Another one, it was quick up top. Kopama was offside. Then the next one was leading to the goal. Then Kopama now dropped PBB creative Banoni Madueke. The one that Madueke did not square the ball. And all of these things like Kakao. And you could tell. Say the manager has the fact say in the match, we say on tries over pre ball, you can take the ball, let's just hold on to the ball. And he's so suited the pragmatic nature whilst keeping his principles as a manager. Nipa no pragmatic. But you say match with Nipa no ball high line. Or force players about. You see a principles no and overload you in the first phase. In your ball what they are, and then could take extra touch you born into the channels. And you see, this is one thing that you're going to the channels. You Nicholas Jackson to drop deeper, hold up play, link up play into the path. The free kick of Kopama share. It was from the brilliance of Nicholas Jackson. He was on that drop deeper to come and link up play. Ushe go now, Sancho go now, a bars offside now. It was Nicholas Jackson that dropped deeper and played through Noni Madueke. In fact, that was very, very close. And all of these things, the quality of the team, and Nicholas Jackson, what he adds to the team, you look at the game and you can understand one-touch passes, where to receive the ball, and how Chelsea wanted to play, especially midfielders with creative ability. Maybe team carry the same threads getting into the end of passes. I think that it was top stuff and run from Chelsea and everything that they wanted to do. How good they were, played very, very well. I think that if you understand how Chelsea wanted to play, what Chelsea wanted to do, how good that they are doing, I see. I've been saying that the best team currently all Europe, AFC Barcelona. Meaning, Edia Barca for because I jinxed it. Edia because for me the best team in Europe, no, and now I'm lose so much and as a Bisa. But to be very honest, I believe strongly that the Barca for no more, is huge. Why am I saying that? If you look at FC Barcelona, the injuries are not all moving anymore. It was not a team that's supposed to perform as good as they were performing this season. At least, not even yet. Next time, it take you a lot of time. And every time, say, we go Barca for if I meet Barca for I have a lot of friends who go GCB, Kumasi, Asbury Hospital. All my Barca for I call mobile didn't come. BBR, make up show say. Barca surprised me. For me, Barca is one of my favorite teams currently. But now, I did Hansi Flick here. I am shocked and I was shocked. I was incensed. Because if you go back and you look at Barca, now Oshe matches are on next week and the games that they have to play. And now, Barca played against Osasuna. Losing by 4 goals to 2. Before that match, Barca going away to go and play at the Pamplona. It has always been tough, but then they be almost into my last 5 games. Barca consistently will be getting results at Pamplona on. So we only is okay, fine. If Barca come with the kind of players or more, the kind of team or Mukitana, we expect them to get the results. And before this, Barca was before this, no about Getafe, Ashen 1-0, about Villarreal, Ashen 5-1. But you go back and look at the Villarreal lineup. Oh, the lineup of Hansi Flick started Villarreal match. Oboenaki Peña, Jules Koundé, Pau Kubasi, Inigo Martinez, Keita Balde, Eric Garcia Casado, Lamine Yamal, Pablo Torre, Rafinha, Lewandowski. Adding to the 1-year rotation in that match at home. Now all quite away rather. At the Pamplona, then go and do the heavy rotation. You see, it's not just any rotation at all. A heavy rotation. Obian is a Barca Bebo in midweek. Barca Bebo against young boys. But these rotations were too heavy, in my opinion. Barca went into this game, dropping Pau Kubasi, dropping Inigo Martinez, dropping Lamine Yamal, dropping Rafinha. In the middle of the park, dropping Casado Bim. And I was like, and then Hansi Flick said, oh, yesterday I was disappointed in Hansi Flick. I think that for me, the whole game was about the rotation. I think Barca would have had a foothold of the game if they had not rotated as they rotated and ran. It was too much. And with Hansi Flick and Casado, after the game, he's disappointed. Played the back four of Inigo Martin, Bo Kubasi, and Dominguez as 2 centre back players, Gerard Martin, and Bo Kubasi. Any friend is saying Dominguez, Sergi Dominguez as the 2 centre back. So Kubasi, Sergi Dominguez, and about Martino, Gerardo Martin. Then at right back, Obo Jules Koundé go and experienced centre back team. Now because Obo almost saying it, he pushed Dominguez, Dominguez to go and play at RCB. Sergi Dominguez, he will push it Pau Kubasi more at LCB. What Inigo Martinez and the team from the left centre back area and Pau Kubasi is right footed. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. For me, I was surprised. What is he doing? What is he really? What is Hansi Flick doing? Of course, and also if it's for ball, Pablo Torre, Eric Garcia, and Pedri. I mean, fairly okay. But I think there's still this a game where Casado should have started there or Honor. Then played Pau Victor on the left wing, played Lewandowski, and Ferran Torres Ferran Torres. All the times where he was set, he was out wide. He didn't really give anything to the team. Times and that's all back central. About being asking to team with one more. That's where you could tell, okay, the whole back giving him kakra. But for me, I think the Barca lose by 4 goals to 2 against Osasuna is downright idea down to Eric. Hansi Flick as a manager made huge mistakes all on him, and I think he should have done better. In Europe this week, Barca against young boys. Then they play one last match in the La Liga before the international break. Against Deportivo Alaves away. Then your continental break they'll play against Barcelona, against Sevilla. Then they go and play against FC Bayern Munich. Then Real Madrid match. It's huge matches. for FC Barcelona. Of course, I disagree. And then the Madrid derby, of course, who are you rooting for? Is it Atletico de Madrid or is it Tima, your friend, Real Madrid? I've said it several times. It's also Atletico de Madrid. They seem to be very stubborn. So Ancelotti head in the Madrid side ever. What is going to happen today? Is it going to be Real Madrid win or is it going to be Carlo Ancelotti offer the win on its on my Fiifi-Manfred for the YouTube? Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back with you. Bye bye.